Number 2, HP-75 software development prototype. It's top view of the system. OSDP operating system development prototype. Front view, we'll zoom in on the label. So this thing was, so there were at least 43 of these units floating around in 1982. These were used for software development for the HP-75 system. Those ZIF sockets, if you remember, and we'll see them again, those were for plug-in ROM, EPROMs for the plug-in ROMs. Okay, I'm going to send this around. I would like it back. This is an HP-75 plug-in module. It's a clear module so you can see the inside. It's got gold cantilever springs. Okay, if you've ever tried to build a module connector for the 75, you'll know these are hard to come by. This plug-in module on the development system uses the standard plastic connection and springs, but it just has a longer PC board so that you can connect up to the cable going below. Okay, this is where the plug-in ROM EPROMs go. The unit uses a standard HP-75 adapter. I'd be surprised if any of you haven't seen them, but just in case you haven't, this is a picture of what one of those looks like. This looks like a stock HP-75 on the top, but it's not, and we'll see why in a minute. These silver points, any guesses as to what those are? Those are ESD test points. It says, okay. No surprise, I guess. But the idea on this is that even when software is running, you zap the units to make sure that the software doesn't lock up or get lost or jump somewhere it's not supposed to. Okay. Bottom view of the 75. The 75 in the unit does not have a battery. It's powered by the bottom. It does have a plug-in module for to expand the RAM. Top view of the unit with the 75 removed. This is a fairly thick sheet metal, as you'll see. I akin it to a tank. You could literally stand on this thing and not deform the metal. Okay. The unit's built with 5 stacked standoffs. There's one in each of the 4 corners and one in the middle. It's stacked so that it raises the PC board up off the base of the metal base, and then the top is the top support. The unit unfolds. The AC adapter connections in the back of the unit. If you look at it, the analog to the power supply change is in the front of the unit, but the cable's long enough to reach so you can fold it flat. But it also has disconnects so you can separate the top and the bottom. Okay. There are going to be lots of pictures that I'm going to scoot through. They are on the various archive sites for your reference. Part of this is to document this so that you could build one of these if you were so inclined. So an enlarged view. Okay, the ZIF sockets we talked about. Now, here's why that 75 isn't a real 75. The system ROMs are in EPROM on the board as well. So they could test the software, they could test plug-in ROM software with the various revs of the system software. The front electronics, what this is not sure how familiar folks are with the HP-75 system. The 75 uses a multiplex bus, so it has effectively called a memory address register, a MAR, that interfaces to both the RAM and the ROM. Well, this logic is the address to code logic to get to the memory. I zoomed in so that you could see the 1820 numbers. You also see every part has got its own unique PC board label. And this is for all of the integrated circuits. This is a table with the 1820 number, and I looked up the standard part number. There are no custom integrated circuits in this unit, so you indeed could go out and build one of these if you backtrace the PC board. And again, by reference, I used the same bench brief to convert 1820 number to standard IC numbers. This is the back side of the PC board. Okay, unfortunately with this unit was stored in a garage for, not outside or anything, but in a garage for around 30, 40 years. And the PC board has corrosion on it, PC board rot. Here's some, or even on the back, that was in theory coated and protected. So what I've done so far is I've used a fiber tip pen to clean the corrosion very carefully so that you don't erase the traces. I have reseated the ICs, everything on the board socketed. I've multimeter checked adjacent traces and there's no shorts. I've multimeter checked corroded traces end to end to make sure there's still connectivity. And it still doesn't work. Okay, so there's more work to do. That's a project for the future. Now, for those of you familiar with the 75, we did later an HP-75 pod, and it looks sort of similar.
What is your relationship to the development of these calculators?
With the 75, I developed the display driver, the 1LD7 display driver in the 75, and I was the lead engineer for the HP-75 pod. And I was a calculator enthusiast who collected things for the 92. I did not work on that team. That's number 2.